In this video, we're going to be learning the umi. It's a very common belly dance move, and it looks like this. So you can think of it as a sort of diagonal hip circle, if you want. So in order to do the umi, we're going to need a couple of different movements. The first movement that we need is a hip up and down movement that I'm going to achieve by bending one leg and straightening the other one. And as I do that, I'm going to contract my obliques on the side where I'm straightening the leg. So I'm using my obliques and my knee to achieve this movement. If you saw my video on hip ups and downs, this is similar to that, but you are not using the glute. Because what happens when I use my glute is that I get this really sharp and strong movement, which can be great, but the umi is more of a fluid, smooth movement. So for that, you don't want to be contracting your glute. You want to really be relying on the obliques and the leg. And you want to try to keep your upper body still while you're doing this. The umi is entirely a lower body movement. Great. So that's one thing you need to be able to do. The second thing that you need in order to do an umi is a pelvic release and a pelvic tuck. Releasing the pelvis and tucking it back in. If you saw my video on camels, I explained how to do this in a lot of detail there. But basically, if you just put your hands in a triangle here, you want to feel as you tuck, your fingers come in front of your thumbs, and as you release, your thumbs come in front of your fingers. And that's one way to tell that your pelvis is moving in the right direction. So using those pelvic floor muscles and lower abdominals to control this movement. Release and tuck, release and tuck. So once you have those movements, the hip ups and the pelvic release and tuck, you want to combine them. So I'm going to bring one hip up here. From there, I'm going to tuck my pelvis in, bring the opposite hip up, and release the pelvis. Again, up, tuck, other hip, release. 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 And then once you have that, you want to do the same thing, but just smooth it out. So this is where that circle is going to come from. So it's a sort of a tilted circle. You can think of maybe if you had a plate, like a line, a cross section through your hips, it would be moving in this kind of weird diagonal circle movement. So that's the umi. You can try it the other way. Always important. Usually one side will be easier than the other side. So for me, this side is more difficult. So that means that you should practice more on the side that's more difficult. And you want to make sure that your feet and your legs are together while you do this. Because if you have your legs apart, you're going to end up with this movement, which is more kind of like a African dance style or something, which can be a lot of fun. But in general, in belly dance, we want this more small, contained, but really beautiful movement. It's almost like a massage for your lower body. And this is also really great if you are pregnant. This is a really great movement to help you with those muscles for childbirth, and also just while you're pregnant can be a really nice thing to do. So this is the umi. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to the channel to get notifications when more videos come out. If you have questions, please let me know in the comments. I would be happy to answer them. Thank you very much for watching, and happy practicing.